we just we just can't catch a break. We just can't catch a break, bruh. We can't catch a break. More cheese and Sparking Zero. You know, this happens when people drop patch. When you got people that's like super sweaty and just want to win the match any means necessary, they'll find whatever cheese in the game to win. Doesn't matter if it's a fun strat or not. They're not here for fun. They're here for the W. They have fun winning. They don't care how they get the win. They just here for the W. The W is a win for them. As y'all know, I dropped a video recently venting to get it off my chest before I went back into playing Sparking Zero again. I was venting about the corny way people play in the game now when it comes to zoning and key blast spamming all day. A lot of y'all agree with me. Majority of y'all agree with me, which was not a surprise. And I'm pretty sure if I'm going through it multiple matches in a row, then of course y'all going through it too. So not surprised. Had a minority in the group giving their opinion saying they disagree and they actually still enjoy the game. Yeah, you know, to each their own. Me personally, I enjoy fast-paced matches. I don't like matches being slower now and more passive. I like fast-paced matches because that feels like Dragon Ball Z to me more. Not staying back zoning and trying to be calculated on how to, you know, advance and pressure somebody. Not my cup of tea. Some people got a little too distracted with the B-roll I had in the background of that rant video. They was over here like, oh, you're just bad at the game. Why are you playing like that? What are you doing? Listen. When someone sees the same fighting style multiple times, they get triggered. They get tilted. They get frustrated. Okay? I know I was doing dumb plays in that fight because I was fed up. I seen it multiple matches in a row. I was fed up. That was my last match. I almost rage quit on that dude, but I just hung in there because I'm not a rage quitter. I didn't want to just turn my game off on a nigga, right? And I gave him his rematch and everything, but I knew he played corny to me. I was playing dumb in that match because I was done, okay? I was done. I don't know how people could not understood that from the video. I was done, okay? I was fed up. I was not playing strategic anymore. I wasn't playing smart anymore. I was done, okay? If you want to see me play strategic and play like passive and stuff with the new patch, I literally dropped the video a day before I dropped that rant video showing me actually fight people in rank, playing actually good at the game. And I'm going to be dropping another video of me playing the game to talk about what's the really main issue with the patch. I don't know which video I put out first, this one or that one. But that video going to explain the real issue with the patch right now that's making it terrible. But I hate when people try to tell us, people that's playing the game, that there's a getaway free card in the game that stops the cheese, stops the play styles people are doing, right? Not understanding that players shouldn't have to jump through hoops and whoop the doops in order to get the job done. Everybody was telling me, the minority, it's like, you just gotta use the new dragon tech, whatever. You just gotta know how to close the distance. Listen. No offense to the people that was trying to give tips, but listen. When you're going against a competent player, I'm not talking about an average player at the game. If you're in C rank, if you're in B rank, I'm not talking about y'all, okay? Because y'all not going to understand until y'all get to S ranks and Z rank fights. You're not going to understand, okay? And some people don't know. I've been Z rank already in this game, okay? I started playing for fun with random characters I never touched before. That video I put up, that was my first time playing with Gogeta, a day in my life, okay? I never touched that Super Saiyan Gogeta in my life and it ended up being a mirror match, okay? I play with random characters to have fun at the game. I don't play to win. I play to have fun. Okay? I already played for win a long time ago. Got my Z rank. And then I was like, F it. I'm finna start playing the game for fun. That's what it was to me. I already accomplished what I accomplished in rank. Okay? I'm not here for the dubs. I'm not here for y'all to be trying to critique. Oh, you're good at the game. You're bad at the game. Excuse you. I'm not here for that. Okay? I'm here to have fun. Okay? When you have to put in too many efforts to rush your opponent of your resources, you over spamming key blast, or you can do the mix up to do a dragon dance behind them. When you're over here doing the new dragon movement to close the distance from your opponent, just for you not to get a confirmed combo, you got to start doing some goddamn tangling your opponent with the side steps to try to see who gonna give in first to get the punch in. That's not fun to me, okay? And at the end of the day, your opponent, if you fighting a competent opponent in the game, someone that's actually good at the game, you're at the bottom of the barrel in that situation because you just wasted 2 key bars to get to them, or you wasted some key bar to get to them because you had to spam Ki Blast to try to make a safe approach, or you still wasted key rushing them with the new dragon movement. Wow, guess what they did? They stayed and waited for you to approach them, and guess what? Nothing you did confirmed the combo. So guess what? You have less resources than them. You have less key. I don't know why y'all be doing all these mental gymnastics when literally it's so simple. Any pro player can see this, and pro players been spoke up on this already. If someone can rush you with Ki Blasts and doing Dragon Rush or the Z-Burst Rush to get behind you, they done lost over 2 bars of key bar while the opponent kept a 5. So what happens in that situation? I don't know. Since the Z-Burst don't confirm a combo, 1, they can perception you. 2, they can sonic sway you. 3, they can step out the way. So you get countered and waste all the resources for what? Then, if you do the new movement tech, your opponent clearly see you coming at them, and you use it to close the distance. And the only way you gonna juke your opponent with that new movement is if your opponent is slow and holding their guard button up all day, or holding their perception button all day. But guess what? People don't do that in this game. Competent players, they don't do that in this game. They mass perception, so the character always autocorrect to where you're going. And they just immediately, when you get in their range, they start stepping left and right, left, whatever it is. Okay? So the solutions y'all was saying in the comment section, it's like, come on now. Your opponent is there to fight you for a reason. They going to counter whatever you're countering. If you're stepping, they gonna step. If they see you trying to do the movement tap to get behind them, they gonna tech and step to the side. They're not dumb, okay? When you play against competent players, they don't do that stupid ish. So you just wasting resources while your opponent benefits from defense and not pushing you. That's what the competent people in the comment section are letting y'all know, and y'all will understanding. You can counter this. You just got to play more smart and aggressive. No, when you're in higher ranks, that don't happen. People are smarter. I don't know what ranks y'all in, but playing S ranks and Z ranks, okay? It is different. I'm happy my rank dropped to A rank, so at least I see some type of diversity of players. I go against some good players, then I go against some average players. But when you in S rank and Z rank nonstop, that's all you run into back to back. Competent players that understands this. That's why it need to be reverted. The Dragon Burst got to be reverted. It got to be reverted. But the point of the video, it says the players are the issue. I said the title is players are the issue in this game, right? Yeah, I would say players are the issue, but then also would say no, it's the game deal's fault. And I'll explain why after we look at the video. So the new tech in the game right now, the new cheese is people are using people that use Ki Blast that paralyze to do a infinite combo loop in the game. So people that paralyze like Kula, Rebriam, Chaozu, Bojack. It's a couple people in this game that got paralyzed Ki Blast. But this the new combo loop people are doing in this game. And people was in my comments complaining, oh, they nerfed Z-Burst because of the loops. Are y'all freaking kidding me, bro? Z-Burst get countered by like 7 different things in the goddamn game. Wow, since it counter Z-Burst. After image counter Z-Burst. It's transmission, use the right time counter Z-Burst. It's supposed to wait, counter Z-Burst. Perception, counter Z-Burst, because Z-Burst don't confirm a combo. It don't stagger them longer, so it don't confirm a combo. So perception rules the Z-Burst. Super counter rules the Z-Burst. Sonic sway rules the Z-Burst. Stepping to the side rules the Z-Burst. Slowly moving to the left or right rules the Z-Burst. Why Ki Blasting rules the Z-Burst. So I don't know what y'all talking about. People talking about, oh, the endless combo loop with the Dragon Rush with Z-Burst. Do you know how much key that consumed? That wasn't the smartest way people were doing the combo. They were just doing regular regular Dragon Rush. The regular R2X, they were using that to do combo extensions. Way more beneficial to their resources and easier to do. And now you also got this too that been in the game since the very beginning, but now more people are becoming akin to it because they nerfed Dragon Rush. So now because people are less offensive now people coming up with more cheesier attacks to be offensive to win the game. Congratulations, you played yourself. So this the new thing people are doing now in the game. I run against a Cooler today. I made sure he didn't do it to me, but this the new thing. They trip you, paralyze, they charge Ki Blast, that paralyze, they trip you, Ki Blast, trip you, Ki Blast, and they just keep doing it till you die. They keep getting Ki off the trip so they can do this combo infinitely. There's no stopping it. Now, some of y'all may say, can't you vanish or super counter it? One, no, you cannot freaking counter it, super counter it, or vanish it, because when you're paralyzed, you can't vanish or super counter. You just gotta take the hit. So no, there's no way to vanish it or super counter it or pop a wild sense in the middle of it. You can't do none of that. When they paralyze you, you can't do anything, and then they trip you, you can't do anything, and they paralyze you again, you can't do anything. The only option out of this is a revenge counter. If you try to revenge counter, well, maybe, I'm not guaranteed sure, because you're getting tripped, you technically can't revenge counter after you've been tripped because you paralyzed that moment, so they get one free hit. So you technically can't revenge counter after you get tripped. Maybe you can revenge counter when they throw the Ki Blast, but I don't know how that works because you should be paralyzed after the Ki Blast starts. So I don't know if you can 100% revenge counter out of this. I'm not 100% sure. If you can, but let's go hypothetical, this is the way you can get out of it. If you revenge counter, you now just wasted 2 skill gauges to stop your opponent from doing this after they already looped you for some time for you to get the 2 key stocks, skill stocks. If they see it coming, because that's your only option to get out of it, so it's easy for them to predict it. If they see it coming, they can perception you. Because of the new patch, you can now perception a revenge counter only using 1 skill stock instead of 2 now. So they can easily revenge counter your revenge counter, send you flying, and they can go right back into neutral of like backpedaling and reflecting Ki Blasts again, playing like a coward. And if you rush them, guess what? If you rush them for Z-Burst, they can easily sidestep your Z-Burst, and in that same mix with that Z-Burst, they can immediately trip you with that step, trip, and then get right back into doing the spam on you again. Spam on you again with the Ki Blast. Is it countermeasures to this? Yes. Don't get stuck in the loop to begin with. Don't give them a chance to get you in the loop. If they trip you the first time, vanish the first trip. If you're lucky, vanish the first trip. Have Wild Sense on you ready is another way, or after image. Yeah, there are precautions you can take in this situation, but do that make this okay? No, does not make this okay, because it's still a cheese regardless. It's a guaranteed combo in this game you can't do nothing about unless you waste your skill count. So it's not really something. It's a cheese. It's a cheese. No matter how you look at it, it's cheese. It's like Broly, though. Back then, you was able to block the Ki Blast, reflect it, backpedal and stuff. People can say, yeah, there's ways around it, but just because the ways around don't mean it's not oppressive. It's still oppressive at the end of the day, so it's not okay in the game. No matter how many people try to say down below or some crap like that, well, you can revenge counter and get out of it, yada, yada, yada. Don't mean that it's not oppressive. You still got to waste your resources because someone else doing a cheese in the game. So it's still not healthy for the game environment, the game ecosystem. Again, before y'all just start speaking ish in the comment section, pay attention to the whole objective truth in the game and what's healthy for the game environment. Just because you could get out of this don't mean that it's healthy for the game. It's easy to enter this combo with somebody like Bojack and Cool and them, and just really just make your opponent unable to play the game and take advantage of them. Put this in any competent player hand. I'm not talking about some regular schmegular dude that just see the cheese and they just trying to go online and try to show it off. Put this in someone's hand that's actually decent at the game. Someone that knows how to vanish, someone that knows how to super counter, someone that knows how to sidestep, someone that's really good at the game with their defenses and stuff. Put it in a competent player hand. And this cheese is broken. For the people that be like, oh, you can just do this, they gonna counter you because they still decent at the game. They're just not someone that's doing the cheese. They are someone that's decent at the game while using the cheese. I think people fail to realize that when cheese is in the game, it's not about what the average player can do with it. It's about what the upper players can do with it. People that are above average. I'm not even talking about the pros. I'm just talking about above average competent player. Someone like me, above average. I wouldn't say I'm a pro at this game, but I would say I'm definitely above average. Okay, I hit Z rank, but I'm not saying, oh, I'm up there with the goddamn pro players of this game. I just know I'm above average. You know, so it put this in an above average person hands. This cheese is crazy because even if you do get out of it, they still got away with that free damage on you that you did not deserve to get put on you without being able to do anything. So people say, is this people always get the argument, it's the players that ruin the game, or is it the goddamn community? I mean, the game itself, right? My opinion is, I say both. For you to expect someone to play the game how you want them to play it, it's just disingenuous. They bought this game, they can play the game how they want to play it. So yeah, you can complain about this person playing like this, but at the end of the day, who are we to tell this person how to play their game? If they have fun doing this and laughing and giggling about doing this, then that's their fun. Can't really say nothing about it. It sucks, but you got people like this that gonna do whatever it takes to win and have fun doing this to people. That's just what it is, right? Second thing, I blame the game devs. Now, here's the reason why I blame the game devs. Even with the whole people playing passive that's just backstepping and then swatting and just waiting to get their instant spark to play the game, because when it instant spark, they know they can Z-burst dash whenever and stuff. Even those people, I can't tell them how to play the game. These are the players in the community. This is what we have. These are your old colleagues. These are y'all colleagues. Yeah, just gotta deal with it, right? Now, the reason why I think it's the game devs' fault is because, if I remember correctly, in BT3, if you try to do something like this, after your opponent did it to you a second time, you dropped out of the combo. Correct me if I'm wrong, based on my memory. You weren't able to do this in BT3 because the moment you try to do the loop, they still counted it as doing 2 trips. So like in this game, you do 2 trips in a row, you automatically knock your opponent out the combo. In the old BT3, they treated this still as like someone doing 2 trips, so you just got knocked out the combo. In this game, they didn't code it right, so it don't trigger like that. So what I have to say is, when are we gonna stop blaming the players in the game and start blaming the game devs for not making precautions like this in the game? If the old BT3 had this out the game and they understood how broken this could be if it was still in the game, if the old BT3 game had it, why do the new iteration, the future gen of that game, didn't put precautions in the game to make sure this didn't happen? Why do the old BT3 game has a way more balanced system than Spark and Zero, the future gen of this game, of iteration of that game? At some point, you gotta sit here and look at the game devs and really ask them, are they really deep in the trenches with game testing their games? Or are they just shipping something that they know the fans gonna buy and just be satisfied with? You guys sit here and ask yourself that sometimes and stop blaming the players. The players gonna do whatever they want to do with their game. They spend money for it. God damn it, they spent $77 and more on this game, right? The players gonna use whatever they fit. Okay, they're gonna play whatever they want to play. Okay, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. They spent their money on it, right? When are we gonna blame the game devs for not foolproofing their game so this many cheeses aren't in the game and this many hiccups are not in the game? If the old BT3 had more balance in the game when it came to key sickness and make sure this combo right here couldn't happen in the game and whatnot, if the old BT game had it, why don't this game have it? I blame the game devs' fault. They need to test their games more and see issues like this and think outside the box and think, how can players abuse this? Even if they need to take the pro players, like other games, live service game stuff, they ask a bunch of pro players or content creators to come test their game, and then they ask for their feedback, right? Even if they need to have more pro players come out to some summit or whatever and test their game out, and the pro players tell them what can be cheesed in the game so they can patch it, they need to do that. Right now, I don't think they have the right people they getting information from on the state of the game. I think they're listening to too many people opinions in the community, and I think they need to listen to the more credible people in the community when it comes to this game so it can be more balanced. Even if they need to go back and look at some of the stuff the old BT game had, that would help the game environment ecosystem way more. Do I think this would be the end of the cheese in Spark Zero? No. I'm pretty sure there's even more different cheeses in the game. There's already a bug in the game with TP. If you know what TP means, TP means teleport. There's already a bug in the game with the TP supers in the game. Sometimes, if someone uses a TP super in the game, your opponent cannot react to it. It just automatically throws them into the animation of them getting hit by the move. That's why it's a lot of people using Super Saiyan Gogeta right now because of that bug with the super armor and being able to pop that super and get a guaranteed hit on your opponent without them being able to react. Before the patch came out, if you was charging up your key and someone used a TP super on you, you were still able to block in time and stop it from happening. Now in the new patch, I don't know what they did, but sometimes when your opponent when you charging up your key or your opponent charging up your key, if someone uses TP super, you automatically get hit. The game do not let you react in time and block it. Your character just do not. I don't know what change they did. It's a lot of hidden things they did behind the surface with their patch that they didn't tell people that's here. I truly believe they should have told people what all supers got slowed and adjusted and whatnot, how much stat increases certain people's skills got and stuff. There's a lot of hidden stuff in this game with the newest patch that they did not tell us in the patch note. That should have been the patch note with the numbers and stats and everything. It should have been a way longer patch note going deep into that. But let me know y'all opinions down below. Do y'all really think it's the player's fault at this point? At this point, since the game came out, people been saying it's not Bandai's fault, it's the player's fault. Now we got to this point now, we gotta really ask ourselves, is it really the player's fault, or is Bandai them just not foolproof in their game enough so that these cheats is not in the game? Because this is ridiculous. This should have been dealt with. Like I said, this has been the game since the very beginning. You just really see people doing it because people were able to be more aggressive in the game, so people wasn't doing this strat. But since now you're not able to push your opponent with Z burst dash, people gonna go to whatever it takes to get the win quicker and easier. So people went to this strat now. So do y'all really think it's the fans, the players' fault, or is it Bandai them not foolproof in their game enough, not having enough game testers to really break their game to figure out what is wrong in their game? Let me know in the comment down below. Love you guys, appreciate it as always, and I will be dropping another ranked video of me playing and expressing what I really think is a big issue in the game right now, to be honest. And I don't know when they're gonna fix it, but right now it kind of ruins the game a lot. But love you guys, appreciate it as always. Until next time, stay up.